I feel that eating raw food helps one to be more tuned in to the universe. It helps us to be in the right place at the right time. I feel that there's a cosmic connection that we, for example, eating a fresh picked piece of fruit is probably one of the best things that we could do, and you're not taking a life because you eat the fruit. You can give the seed back to the earth. And raw foods are certainly going to be more environmental. You could use the sun to dehydrate, as the Essenes did back in the times before, during, and after the times of Jesus. They baked with the sun. There's certainly wonderful energy that we can use from the sun that will just heat our food enough, but not have to cause one to chop down forests and use wood or coal or fuel. The flavor of raw food is absolutely delicious. All of the things that you love. We eat lasagna, we eat Pt.5, we eat spaghetti, we eat pizza, burritos, nachos, you name it. You can have all of these things. And I really can attest that I spend probably 1/4 the amount of time that I used to in the kitchen. And it's a great joy. Everything that I make seems to be delicious. It's very unlikely to make something that tastes terrible because the food is all in a very fresh state. I've also found that eating raw food, most dishes can be prepared in 5 minutes, cost less than $5, and use less than 5 ingredients. So in a sense, there is food preparation going on for our family, but of course there are people who tend just to eat whole food. Some of our teachers do that, but I enjoy the gourmet aspect of being able to have delicious food and, keep my husband from going off to restaurants too often. Raw foods also contain an abundance of oxygen due to their high chlorophyll presence. Just about every health group in the United States, the American Cancer Society, the American Heart Institute, suggests that we eat more servings of fresh fruits and vegetables daily. I feel that there's a lot more life force in a fresh picked apple than a can of applesauce. So many annoying ailments can be gone. It seems that most raw foodists need less sleep, that you have more energy, more time for creativity. You also save money because rather than only having the measly portion of spinach, you can enjoy that big spinach salad and really, have a good time eating that with your loved ones and spending whatever time it takes to enjoy that meal. And easy cleanup, because no longer is that like scrubbing that baked on lasagna, greasy pots and pans and making a mess. Now it's just a simple whoosh and clean it. Biodegradable products really work. It's really just such an incredible vote for the future to eat more raw food. And again, maybe we're cooking in our food in some sense because we're sprouting or dehydrating, but I feel these are low-tech methods that can be used that preserve the enzymes in our food, which I will stand to, that are going to survive our digestive tract. And if we could have better health, more energy, more vitality, more beauty, save time, save money, and help save the environment, why not say yes to eating more raw? Thank you.
Lovely.
May I have that last minute that I had?
I was going to say, in all fairness, I think you have actually almost 2 minutes.
I fail to understand how it is more ecological for you to import to Boulder fruits and avocados and things like that in December than it is for me to make a soup out of the carrots, parsnips, turnips, and rutabagas that I grew in my garden.
I also grow food in my garden, and I also eat a lot of wild food. Lamb's quarter rather than store-bought spinach. I'm also big on supporting the farmer's market.
I'm just saying that I fail to see that it's an ecological help to eat in a cold climate foods that don't grow in that cold climate. The carrots that I grew last fall that I still have in my refrigerator are far from rotten. The soup that I make is loaded with life force. We really think life force can be harmed by heat? I don't think life force can be harmed by heat at all. I think life force is life force. And I think that cooked food can have more life force than raw food, especially if that raw food doesn't grow where you live. If you're buying an avocado that was grown in California and shipped to you, my contention is there's less life force in that than the carrot that I grew in my own garden and made into soup. Because I have protected and maintained the life force of that. All right? So again, you say, oh, well, the enzymes survive if it's an alkaline environment. Your stomach has hydrochloric acid in it. It's an acid. It can never be alkaline. We cannot make up things. We can't say that cooked food has caused disease. We don't know that. We can look at the dinosaurs who supposedly ate raw food. We find cancer. We find arthritis. We find calcium in their blood vessels. We can look at animals that still eat raw food. We find they have heart attacks, they have cancer, they have all kinds of problems. We simply do not have any body of evidence that shows that eating raw food will in any way reduce anything. Certainly, if we are going to highly process our food, it's going to be a detriment to our health. Certainly, if we are going to eat a lot of fried food, that is going to be a detriment to our health. But I think it unfair to choose really poor ways of preparing food and claim that that is the only way that food may be cooked. It's not.
So I'm wondering if this would be a good time to open it up to the audience for questions.
Or comments.
Or comments, yes, thank you. Comments will work as well.
Susan and Brigitte, both, thank you very much. I was just wondering, what about eating raw fruit in general, or raw salads? Do you not support any raw food at all?
There's no nutrition possible from raw food. If the fruit is fully ripe, then your fingers will go into it and it's been cooked by its own enzymes in the sun, and then you can eat it. You don't have to supply the heat because the sun has already supplied the heat and the enzymes have heated the fruit from the inside. We can tell the cell walls are broken because the fruit is soft. All right, so that's cooked. All right, when I eat salad, I put oil on it. In an interesting study of salad consumption and breast cancer, they found that women who ate no salad, women who ate salad without salad dressing, women who ate salad with no fat salad dressing, and women who ate salad with low fat salad dressing all had exactly the same risk of breast cancer. The only women who got any reduction in breast cancer from eating salad were women who put a minimum of 2 tablespoons of oil on their salad, which cooks it. Cooking does not have to be torture. Cooking can be kind, it can be polite, and it can preserve life force.
Thank you. Anybody else have a question?
Then I would ask, then why doesn't the cooked pumpkin seed grow after it's been heated?
Because its nutrition is now available to the microorganisms of the earth and they make use of it. You see, the raw thing can't feed anything, and that's why it grows, because the things that live in the earth can't get any nutrition from it. Once that sunflower grows, in nature, it would then distribute its seeds, fall over, rot, and now be available as food for all the things that live in the soil. This is what I have been saying this entire time. No nutrition in raw food. That's why it sprouts. Because what eats can't eat raw food.
Okay.
Okay?
So how come raw foodists feel amazing and their health problems are going away?
That was my question.
Because they are eating cooked food. Because most of the food they're eating is cooked.
Because it's sprouted, dehydrated,
It's
prepared
sprouted,
with oil.
dehydrated, prepared with oil, prepared with vinegar. It's cooked.
So maybe it would be correct to say that we both agree that there are other ways of preparing food that don't involve heat.
Fermentation.
Yes. Okay.